What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports, back again with another one. Keith, one-time Thurman, who a lot of his haters like to call Keith sometime Thurman because his last fight was February of 2022. He has a dance partner. He'll be taking on Brock Jarvis. The fight will take place in Jarvis's home country of Australia. It'll take place in a city called Sydney. It'll go down March 12th. And Keith Thurman, who's 36 years old, will be looking to get back in the championship picture in the junior middleweight division. From what I'm hearing, this fight will take place at 154, or it could take place at a catch weight between 147 and 154. From what I'm hearing, in all likelihood, it'll take place at 154. Now, the last champion that went down there to Australia and fought was a 42-year-old Sugar Shane Mosley. He went down there and lost to a guy by the name of Anthony Mundine. He lost that fight because of a back injury. It was the first time in Mosley's 20-year career that he had been stopped. Hopefully, Keith Thurman will not suffer the same fate. Hopefully, he go down there and take care of business, because I think there's still a lot of people out here want to see Keith Thurman take on Errol Spence Jr. That fight is kind of like the heavyweight version of Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Neither guy has a title, but it's a fight that a lot of fans wanted to see 5, 6, 7 years ago. And even at the advanced age and the performance that has not at the level that it was of both fighters in their heyday, it's still a fight that a lot of boxing fans will want to see. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Now, Brock Jarvis, not a lot of people know about Jarvis, me neither. Now, I checked out his record. He has a record of 22 wins, 1 loss, but he also got knocked out by Liam Parra, who's currently campaigning at 140 pounds. So when you look at Jarvis, who now campaigns at 154 pounds, for you to lose to a junior welterweight and you're a junior middleweight and got knocked out, and it wasn't that long ago, I think it was like 2022, that lets me know that you're not a top-level fighter. Now, everybody can get better. Everybody can improve. Everybody can sometimes lose that first big fight that they're involved in and then come back, and when they get into another high-profile fight, step up to the plate. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. But Keith, one time, Thurman will be making his long-anticipated return to the square circle March 12th, 2025 in Sydney, Australia, aka Down Under. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. I ain't never been to Australia. I doubt if I go down there for that fight. That's just not a fight I'm really excited about. You know, you had Manny Pacquiao went down there and fought Jeff Horn. That was a big fight that took place about, 4 or 5 years ago. Manny Pacquiao lost a controversial decision to Jeff Horn. Again, like I stated earlier in this video, Sugar Shane Mosley, when he was well past his prime, went down there at 42 years old and lost to Anthony Mundine, got stopped for the first time in his illustrious 20-year career. He went on to have a couple of more fights after that, but that version of Sugar Shane Mosley wasn't nowhere close to the Hall of Fame version of Sugar Shane Mosley that we all witnessed when he defeated Oscar De La Hoya twice, when he defeated Ricardo Mayorga, when he fought and got beat up by a prime Vernon Forrest, and in a rematch fought a much better fight but still came up shorter than a midget on his knees. Not that version of Sugar Shane Mosley that fought one of the best fights of that year, a fight that a lot of people don't talk about, the fight involving himself and Miguel Cotto that took place in New York City. If I'm not mistaken, Madison Square Garden, that fight went down. That was a great, great matchup that Sugar Shane Mosley lost by a close decision. Not that version of Sugar Shane Mosley that we witnessed when he took on Mundine. Hopefully, Keith one-time Thurman won't suffer the same fate. Hopefully, he'll be able to put on a big-time performance. And that'll be asking a lot because, like I said, he ain't been in the ring in the last 3 years. 2022 of February was the last time he fought and defeated Mario Barrios in a fight that sold, I think, 50,000 pay-per-view buys, a fight that failed to capture the imagination of the boxing public, to say the least. But he was successful in that endeavor. So hopefully he'll suffer the same type of success in this fight 3 years later. Before that fight, he fought Manny Pacquiao, lost a split decision to the Filipino icon in one of the most exciting fights of that year. So Keith Thurman, if anything, he always puts on exciting fights. The Barrios fight was exciting. The Manny Pacquiao fight was exciting. We'll see what he does at the advanced age of 36 years old versus Brock Jarvis. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. I got some other news going down in the world of boxing as Gervonta Tank Davis undercard is set. As we know, he will be taking on Lamont Roach March 1st in the borough, Brooklyn, at the Barclays Center. Right now, my plans is to attend that fight. I like the undercard that'll be going down as Jose Valenzuela will take on Gary Antoine Russell. Also on the card will be featuring Alberto Pelo taking on Sandor Martin. Then we got Jonas Telles taking on Julian Williams, a.k.a. J-Rock, from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. That'll open up the pay-per-view card. And we will see Gervonta Tank Davis, one of the hardest hitters in boxing. He has a PhD in the one-hitter quitter. He'll be taking on Lamont Roach. Those guys used to go head up in the amateurs. They're very, very familiar with each other. They're very, very familiar with each other's style. So I think it's going to be a little bit better fight than a lot of people are going to be thinking it is leading up to this matchup. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Follow me on Facebook, Gerard Briscoe. Follow me on Instagram at JB Sports 3303. Follow me on TikTok at JB Sports New Media. Follow me on Twitch at Briscoe Jai 77071. Follow me on my YouTube channels at JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend 9656. And follow me on at JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend 8000. And like, share, and subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend, and I holla.